Welcome back to the JNS channel. You are listening to the channel's today's top hits. And today we have a lot of interesting topics to discuss. I'm sitting here just thinking back to about 6 months ago, half a year, when, I first created the podcast and I thought of something. I thought of this all the way back in February 24th it was. So, I'm going to say it to you right now. If you can start your own podcast, comment below that you were inspired by the JNS channel, because we love you guys to be inspired. It just means so much to us. And yeah, so that's why I want to start off with you. And then I'm thinking about all the way back to the season 2 trailer, where I was like, we are going to be talking about a lot of politics perspectives. And yes, there have been a lot of politics. I think you can all agree that based on all the news about the election and Donald Trump and Joe Biden, there have definitely been a lot more politics than there have been in season 1. And that's one thing I do enjoy, talking about politics on this podcast. So yeah, that's definitely one big thing about the podcast. Yeah. The second thing on my agenda to say before we start the episode is I'm very, very sorry we haven't been able to do an episode in such a long time, just because traveling occurred, so yeah. But anyway, let's talk about politics here. The Democratic VP choice is Tim Walz, former to a lot of things. You may also know him as the governor of Minnesota. Yes, he is the governor of Minnesota. And for those who may not know, Walz was born in Nebraska. He grew up on his family's farm. After high school, he went to the Army, National Guard, serving for 24 years. And after that, he attended a state college and moved to Minnesota. And there, he spent 20 years as a high school history teacher. But not only as a high school history teacher, he also was a high school football coach there. Later, he earned a master's degree in educational leadership. Walz was first elected to public office as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. So lots of rallies and commotion over Trump and Vance, or Harris and Walz, and, one of the funny things I just want to say, there have been lots of magazines, lots of magazine covers with Harris and Walz and Trump and Vance, but one that's really stood out to me was the one that so this was a roller coaster one, and this might make you laugh. So Harris and Walz were on the roller coaster. They were going up, and Trump and Vance were going down. You get it? Trump and Vance are going downwards. Harris and Walz are going up. Yeah. Comment below if that makes you laugh, because that's definitely a funny one. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So lots of rallies and lots of commotion. And do we understand that, do we think that Harris is the right one, or do we think that Trump is the right one? And yeah, so speaking of Tim Walz, his football coaching, 20 years, some will call him Coach, some will call him Mr. Walz for his history class, some will call him Dad, some will call him Brother, some will call him, and some will soon call him Vice President Tim Walz of the United States of America. And anyway, speaking about his football career, football preseason begins in the NFL. Yes, we all know I'm a big football fan, so we're talking a little bit about football here. if there are any football fans, that's very exciting. And today was yeah. Never mind. Not today. Yeah. So, the last Ravens game was actually the first day, and I'm a Ravens fan, by the way, was the first day since 1990 that something incredible happened. The Baltimore Ravens and the Orioles played on the same day. Kindly, though, the Orioles agreed to reschedule their game so fans of both teams could sit down and watch both of the games enjoyably. So anyway, yeah, that's about football. We talked a little about my team, the Ravens, and I'm going to blow your team. I'm just going to start naming Chiefs, Bengals, Packers, 49ers, Browns, Texans, and so on, etc. But anyway, so I was just in Boston and Newport, Rhode Island. So I'm going to recommend going to some things, such as the Boston Tea Party Museum. Oh, yeah, the Boston Tea Party. Oh, yeah. So anyway, and the public gardens. So the public gardens, the gardens in Boston, are really, really pretty. And, of course, you can do the swan boats, which is a ride around the water part of the public gardens, and definitely kids would enjoy. I mean, there are over 200 species of trees, so yeah, definitely there are a lot of trees to think about, and a lot of different types of flowers, and there are so many different types of flowers, and you just get a phenomenal view of Boston, and it's incredible. This whole public gardens it's in the middle of the city, Boston. It's really incredible. So definitely you can go there, and also Paul Revere's house. If you know the famous Paul Revere, who let everyone know that the British were coming. And yeah, so there's definitely a lot to do in Boston. And Rhode Island, there are some car museums there. Let's just talk a little bit about cars here, because I myself am 100% a car lover, and so in Boston, North End, I'm just walking to a restaurant, okay, and then all of a sudden I see a Lamborghini in Boston, like, what the heck, a Lamborghini, what the, and then I keep walking a little bit, and then I see, Rolls Royce, what the, I don't know, you just see a Rolls Royce out of nowhere, Rolls Royce Dawn if you're into cars, and then the car museums, you see a Bugatti, and you gotta go to these car museums because I love them. Okay, anyway, sorry to disturb you, but let's talk a little bit more about politics. So obviously the biggest news of this week is the Democratic National Convention. Tonight will be night 3, and everyone's partying, excited. We already had the Republican convention. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance already had their turn, and now it's Biden, Kamala, and Wallace's turn to have their turn speaking, and a bunch of other people. Lots of people spoke. And it was just very exciting. And last night there was a DJ music, and everyone was on their feet. And we asked people what states, how many votes they passed. And it was just very, very, very exciting. And last but not least, so not the last, the Olympic Games come to an end. Yes, sadly. We all love the Olympics, I know. But there are going to be Winter Olympics games soon. But there were some awesome players who broke records and had some gold stars. And let's just give a round of applause for those people who participate in the Olympics. And last but not least, the politics news. Harris and Trump will debate each other on September 10th on ABC News. So that's a commotion. Just like Trump and Biden had a debate, this is Kamala's chance to show to everyone that Kamala is the right one. So the debate of the week is, should students pick their seats in class? Now this one really comes to me because often teachers think that students should not pick their seats because they would pick their friends and then they would get all wild in class and it'll help them. And just assign seats helps them focus. So, yeah. But anyway, you can comment below. So that was it today for the JNS channel. You make sure you can keep on listening and peace out. Toodly-doo. Bye-bye. Hola. Don't know.